Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Dorian Finney-Smith says what everyone is thinking about Lakers' postseason push. The Los Angeles Lakers are equally as likely to secure the number 2 seed in the Western Conference as they are to end up in the play-in tournament. They trail the Houston Rockets by just 2.5 games with 7 to be played, and lead the number 7 Minnesota Timberwolves by that same margin. While some will argue that Los Angeles can rest easy knowing it's in control of its own destiny, there's an equally as significant reason for nerves to be at an all-time high. It's a truth that most would rather not confront at this stage of the season, as the pressure of ending on a high note is strong enough. The Lakers are just as human as the rest of us, however, and one player isn't afraid to acknowledge the situation at hand. Per Jovan Buha of The Athletic, Dorian Finney-Smith held nothing back when he directly acknowledged that Los Angeles is keeping a close eye on the standings. "Everybody is paying attention, I can't lie," Dorian Finney-Smith said, cutting straight to the truth. "Let's be honest. Come on, man. Everybody be looking at the standings. We don't want to be in the play-in, so every game matters." The entire quote is refreshingly honest, but it's the last sentence that hits the hardest, especially when one considers the context of it. It's an obvious enough statement for a player to make, as no team wants a path that's any more difficult than it needs to be. That's especially true for a team like the Lakers, which have played at a certifiably elite level over the past 3 months. The harsh reality facing Los Angeles, however, is that the play-in tournament has become an all-too-familiar destination for the team since its inception. The current model of the play-in tournament was first introduced in 2020-21. Since then, the Lakers have either gone through the play-in tournament or missed the playoffs outright in every season, a fate they'd like to avoid if possible in 2024-25. While favorites could be clearly established in the past, the 2024-25 Western Conference standings are flush with high-level teams competing for limited spots. Any three of the Lakers, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, or LA Clippers could end up in the play-in tournament without a monumental collapse. Facing any one of those teams would prove challenging for Los Angeles, and that isn't the only hurdle they could encounter. Another possibility if Los Angeles ends up in the play-in tournament, a win-or-go-home type of clash with former franchise player Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks. Thankfully, the Lakers are in control of their own destiny. They'll have a chance to create distance between themselves and the Warriors on April 3rd, will play 2 games against their potential second-round matchup, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and will even encounter Dallas and Houston. Rather than running from reality, Finney-Smith is openly acknowledging the stress that comes with playing in this position. Perhaps that's what Los Angeles needs to maintain perspective. Life has been great for the Los Angeles Lakers since landing the blockbuster trade of the century, acquiring Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. However, LeBron James is of the belief there is still a much higher ceiling for the Lakers to tap into. Los Angeles has a 14-8 record with Doncic in the lineup. That mark rightfully reflects a team that is trending in the direction they want to, but still working out the kinks of this new dynamic. One of the biggest challenges facing the Lakers is still piecing together exactly how the offense excels with all of the talent they have in the mix. Doncic has certainly looked more and more like himself on the offensive end with each passing game in Los Angeles. In 22 games wearing purple and gold, the All-NBA guard is averaging 27.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, 7.9 assists, and 1.7 steals per game, with shooting splits of 42-36-79. The more recent of a sample size that is examined, the better the numbers look for Luka. His last 10 games, for example, feature Doncic's statistics looking far more impressive. His points per game go up to 30.4 a night, with stronger splits of 43-41-83. Doncic is certainly acclimating to his new environment well. JJ Redick has made sure of that. the offense has changed significantly to tailor to the incredible talents of the Lakers' point guard on that end. The problem lies in the overall assessment of the unit. The Lakers have the 19th offensive rating in basketball, 113.9, since the All-Star break. That mark does improve when looking at the more recent results. In their last 10 games, Los Angeles is tied for 8th in the league in terms of offensive rating with 114.5. The upward trend is certainly encouraging. On the season debut of Mind the Game, with his new podcast partner Steve Nash, James discussed his vision for why the Lakers' offense has such a high ceiling. Luka Doncic's interaction with Lakers legend turns heads. When the Los Angeles Lakers pulled off a stunning blockbuster trade with the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic, they ushered in a new era of their franchise's history. In doing so, it's become clear that Doncic has the support of not just the team's current members, but also players who previously repped the team's purple and gold jerseys. Doncic is one of the most well-rounded offensive players in the NBA, and he has helped take the Lakers to another level now that he is paired up alongside LeBron James and Austin Reeves. This trio has created quite a few problems for opposing defenses, which is something James recently brought to light. Myself and Luka will have the two best defenders every night. There's not many teams with a third defender. And that third defender has to guard Austin Reeves. We have the ability to interchange, James noted on his Mind the Game podcast. James and Doncic have formed a star duo that reminds fans of the Kobe Bryant-Pau Gasol tandem that led the Lakers to back-to-back championships in 2009 and 2010, as Gasol and Doncic are both European. Gasol has been supportive of Doncic since his arrival in LA, and he recently linked up with the star guard at a Lakers practice. Pau Gasol and Luka Doncic chopping it up after Lakers practice, Lojo Media said in a post on X alongside a video of Gasol and Doncic chatting with each other. In 22 games with the Lakers, Doncic is averaging 27.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.9 assists per game while shooting 41.5% from the field. He's helped Los Angeles make a move up the Western Conference standings, as their 46-29 is currently good for the number 4 seed in the West. After winning 3 of their past 4 games, Doncic and the Lakers will look to keep the positive momentum up when they square off against the Golden State Warriors on Thursday night. LeBron James injury status for Warriors-Lakers. The Golden State Warriors are on the road on Thursday as they face off against the Los Angeles Lakers to close their 6-game road trip. Golden State enters Thursday's game amid a 3-game winning streak, and they have also won 7 of their last 10 games. They will now look to keep things rolling against a Lakers team that has won 2 consecutive games and 6 of their last 10 contests. Of course, Thursday's matchup is a major one for both teams as the Lakers sit just 2 games ahead of the Warriors in the Western Conference standings. Unfortunately for the Lakers, they may be without their superstar forward LeBron James in Thursday's contest as they have listed him on their injury report. James is listed as probable due to a left groin strain, and he is expected to play against the Warriors. Of course, James has played in 6 consecutive games for the Lakers after he missed 7 consecutive games due to a groin strain. This is massive news for the Lakers as it looks as though they will be almost fully healthy in Thursday's showdown against the Warriors. James has had a great season thus far as the 40-year-old superstar is averaging 24.4 points, 8.1 rebounds, 8.4 assists and 1.0 steals per game while shooting 51% from the field and 37.4% from three-point range. Los Angeles has been on fire recently as well, with their new star duo of James and Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves has also turned into a star for the team. They will now face off against Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler's Warriors in a game that holds major stakes for the Western Conference playoff seeding. Fans can catch Thursday's matchup between the Warriors and Lakers from Los Angeles at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT. And you, fan? What do you think about LeBron James' situation? Write to us in the comments.